child's ill with flu, you would assume that all the symptoms they're suffering are because of the flu.
Yes, I mean, I don't think anybody could have spotted it at that time. But now with this more awareness, then yes, you know, there's the mottled skin, a rash that doesn't go away, breathing difficulties which we experienced, and a loss of colour, and not passing water for 12 hours, all these kinds of things. And I mean, it happens to, you know, it happens 3.5 seconds, you know, somebody dies of sepsis around the world.
And that's around the world, which is extraordinary that so many people are dying, and yet we are so unaware, aren't we?
It's often masked by the cause of death, is often indicated, written down as that. In our case was flu, but of course it is the sepsis that takes them. I mean, there's a new book written by Amanda Prowse called 3.5 Heartbeats, which is all the proceeds will go to the UK Sepsis Trust, and through the UK Sepsis Trust you can get more information about it. I mean, it kills 3 times more people than breast cancer, which is, you know, it's a terrible thing in itself, obviously.
You mentioned, because you paid tribute to your daughter and dedicated your BAFTA to her. It was one of the first times that many people had heard that this had happened. Do you feel that you can use your profile as an actor to raise awareness of sepsis, but has it also affected your work?
Well, I mean, I'm in the privileged position. There are a lot of parents who have suffered what we have suffered, and they're kind of shouting in the dark. I'm able to be able to share this with people, and by doing so, you know, enable people to this not to happen to them. So I'm lucky in that respect. And it's affected the way I work. I probably work more seriously, actually. Not that I was trivial before, but, you know, I think if you're going to do something, you have to do it well, and one has to apply oneself. And I try and find my moments to talk about it, you know. I mean, I'm a character actor. I mean, Lost Honour of Christopher Jefferies, you know, there's a great character part, and I tend to hide behind characters. I'm less inclined to step up, but in this case, you know, it's become a vocation in many ways for me and my wife, who's part of a group called SLOW, which helps bereaved. It's set up by bereaved parents, for bereaved parents, and it does give us it helps us with our loss, I think.
Oh my goodness. And of course, as you say, it is that moment that changes your life. And how are you dealing with that grief ongoing? Is it something that is with you day to day?
Oh, absolutely, all the time. You don't want it to be healed. You almost still want an open wound, because then you're still with the person you've lost. And I think that's a pattern with everybody who's lost anyone, is that you want to try and move on because you have to, and particularly if you have other children, but in a way by moving on, you lose them. So there's this constant, you know, but SLOW has been brilliant for that. But yes, that's an ongoing thing. And what you do is you accommodate the loss into your life. And you hold it with you. You have your child with you as you go forward, in a different way. She's still here. She's still with me, and memories, you know, even though you lose someone, you never lose the memory of that person.
Thank goodness.
Well, let's hope by raising awareness can, you know, help save some people.
What was that experience like?
To be their ambassador is something that makes me obviously very, very proud of it. The experience was fantastic, but I have to say that I am a bit of a frustrated ambassador, because I think I did nothing compared with what I should do.